Hi everyone, it's John. We've got better backlighting now. I actually find if I move away from the curtains, everything looks better. I wonder what would happen if I did this a little earlier in the morning, like right after I get up. Don't know if you'd want to see that. So hi. I'm actually going to try to upload the videos that I record, like during the week they're recorded. Because I have been procrastinating pretty bad, and I just uploaded my first half, or first 5 or 6, of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and realized that it had literally been 2 weeks, 14 days after I recorded them, that I'm finally getting them on. So, we're going to try to do this more often, be more consistent with it, because I want to grow this channel, as much as in the other ones I was saying that, like, this channel isn't in the forefront. It's like, yeah, but we can move it up. I cannot be wasting my time during the days now, because work's kind of hit a slowdown, and so my test lead was like telling me, she's just like, it might mean you guys getting moved to another project. She's like, possibly you might get laid off, we're not sure. So that was, besides kind of bringing up an anxiety attack last night, I just had to like start thinking about maybe we can start putting energy into other options, and maybe start trying to get more streams of income into this channel, like maybe with a Patreon, maybe if you want to pay for a tarot or astrology reading from me. Yeah. So, going to be putting more energy into this. That's my goal. Also just more energy into my writing, because it's just like, I shouldn't have so many chapters laid out in my head and then not have any actually written down. I'm trying to see if I can come up with something NaNoWriMo-ish, because I don't know if I could actually do 1,500 words a day. If you don't know NaNoWriMo, as I understand it, this could be completely wrong. Feel free to go at it in the comments section. Is that every November, it's October or November, I'm pretty sure it's November, that like if you write 1,000 words, 1,500 words a day for like all of November, because November's got 30 days exactly, then at the end you've got a small novel, which is, average novel is considered 50,000, or average novel is 100,000. Small novels are 50,000, and like, I don't know if publishers are really into 150,000 word novels anymore, so I'm aiming for 100, but it's like, if we can cover everything in the plot in like 75,000 words, then let's do it. I'm also super descriptive as a writer, which is funny because I'm not getting paid by the word like Charles Dickens was. So if you ever wonder why he, or like in A Tale of Two Cities, why it's super descriptive about everything, you're just like, I can completely visualize this place. That's why he's getting paid by the word. But, so we're on number 7 now. Yes, I'm behind, but we're going to be catching up today. Because as I'm doing this, I'm uploading a video, so we can maybe get a nice stream going. So it's charging and consecrating your tools. Which methods work best for you? I need to do this more often, maybe from the charging perspective. Although it's like, most of the candles I have, I bought back when I was at camp. And I'm pretty sure that I would continuously leave them out under the moon, excuse me, or the sun to like kind of cleanse and charge them. Although now that I'm saying out loud, I'm like, there was probably stuff that was missed. So I haven't really done any ceremony in a while, although like I'm starting to feel now that it's like important to do that. I feel it's coming up for importance. Plus the new moon will be soonish. Yeah. So yeah, sunlight, smoke, like incense or whatnot, because sort of how I think of it is that like the herbs that like a lot of things can be used for cleansing. It's like if you've got sandalwood or sage, that in a way has its own charge. And what I would do is like sort of by running it through the smoke, it's transferring its energy while also cleansing the tool. That's how I view it. So then you can get cleaning and charging in one fell swoop. Sunlight, I'd probably do that for it's just. I haven't really used my like the big Novella. Novellas are the big ones. Yeah, votives are small. Haven't really used that in a while. So yeah, it's cleansing. So I cleanse and I charge in like one. I usually like to do them together. Or, oh, another thing I'll do is leave like a clear quartz, any shape, size, doesn't tumbled, smooth, or jagged, doesn't matter. I'll leave that out and then ask it to transfer energy to charge to everything, and then also take on the negative, so then you can just either sage that or like do the normal like clearing, cleansing of crystals to do that. Yeah, and I usually would do it with like a bigger chunk of something I had. Like, say, I used to have small smoky quartz that was about the size of my fist, but now I have ones that are like the size of my head. So, moving on up in the world. So that is how I, yeah, do cleansing and consecration. And I'm looking at number 8, and we're just gonna link it in here. Where do you perform your rituals? On top of, in my room, my, it's where my hamper, no. Oh, what are they called? It's got the drawers, and it's, I'm blanking on it right now. But it's like a combination of my clothes and my mom's clothes, because mom has so much. And so I would stack stuff on there for like a while. And I do remember when I was younger calling it my altar. So when I actually like went in there, I only had to take like a few things off and just rearrange. I'm like, hey, you know, we've got a good thing there. Is it an armoire? I'm butchering that. Yeah, so it's on top of that. And I did an older video that shows it, and pretty much the altar hasn't changed too much, besides that now Ganesha has a spot on it. Because I also work with Santa Muerte, and in case you don't know, she likes having her own space and her own stuff. It's a quirk she has. It's not that she doesn't work well with other beings, it's just, that's just what she wants. That's just her being her. So pretty much there's an older video somewhere on my channel that explains it, and it barely has changed because I haven't really made any additions, probably some feathers. Nothing too crazy. Then it says holy sites, sacred spaces, and circle casting procedure. As for holy sites, I don't know. There's places I'd love to go to. I'd love to experience like Sedona, Arizona, or Mount Shasta, just because there's a lot of hype around them, and I'm like wondering if it's like that these places are actually just vast amounts of energy and vortexes, or if it's just that that's who like had the best publicity. I like something, because who knows, maybe like Arkansas will, because it's apparently just one giant crystal a foot below Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas's got a lot of crystals, if you don't know. So yeah, I don't know if like suddenly Arkansas is going to be the hot new age spot to go to. Sacred spaces, pretty much in forest, especially if you find a like random clearing in a forest. I always love those, and you can, and I don't know what it is about it, but you can just feel the energy in that area, and it's strange. Can't explain it. As for other places I like to go, really don't want to go to Peru. The only reason that comes to mind is in shamanism there's a very prolific tradition called the Pachacuti Mesa tradition, which is taught by Don Oscar Mirisada. Yes, I probably messed up that name. or Alberto Valentino with the Four Winds Society. They're both like Peruvian Amazon based, and their teachings are very similar. Like I got an overview of the Pachacuti Mesa, and then also and then I read an Alberto Valentino book, and I'm like, these are just, you can tell they're coming from the same source because they're just so similar. And so like the mountains for them are very famous. Other holy sites, maybe Stonehenge, although I've heard Stonehenge is pretty touristy now. So holy sites, not really sure. Still figuring that out. And then circle casting procedure. I have a rattle that I made specifically for the circle casting. And what I do is I shake it 3 times in each of the cardinal directions, also above, below, and in center at the end where I kind of just rub it on my heart. And and then I go through my specific calling of the quarters. It's not really like that, but it's similar. It's the same idea. I call out to the element that I prescribe, the element that I associate with it. So it's like east, air, south, fire, west, water, north, earth. And that's mainly because where I live, the wind kind of blows east to west. When we have rainstorms, usually they move west to east. When it gets hot, it comes up from the south, and when it's cold, it comes down. So that's how I do directions. And the circle casting, like the phrasing for it, I will tailor it specifically for the ceremony I'm doing. At this point in my practice, I don't really have any nailed down rituals for I always do this for the moon. For me, ceremony is something you come up with that you maybe do once or twice. So maybe it's a one-off, and ritual is just we do the same thing every time. That's how I define it. I know people who define it, those two terms, completely opposites. So just so you know. And so that is 7 and 8. I'm going to get a glass of water, and we're going to keep going.